Ladies and gentlemen, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, welcome back to ETF2L Season 45. My name is MANDEM. If I sound a little bit under the weather, it's because Dum randomly pulled me into cast this game after I told him I was available. My raid is cancelled, and I'm sad. My name is MANDEM. Of course, we've got Garda Panteri, we've got MANDEM joining them across the server. Caveat here tonight, Garda Panteri only have half their roster. They've got subs playing. We'll figure that out eventually, but I am joined by Core doing production all the way from down under, and then I've got Dum helping me out. Oh, Dum.
Yeah, you shouldn't have mentioned your time. Now you're here, and now we'll see what happens. And like you said, got a not in prime position. I told beforehand as well, like, narratively speaking, there's like, a vague need to watch this game, like they're first and third right now. But tables are a bit all over the place, and I think the Frenchies still have some point left to take, technically, that haven't been counted yet. So the tables don't make any sense to DTF2 right now. Bottom line is, Garda's been doing actually fairly well this season. However, the one time they didn't do very well this season was against exactly Witness Gaming, and we're talking about the guys that have beaten them. So I don't know what chances we have for a Garda victory tonight, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. They have Josh joining in, playing for them. Hopefully that brings a lot of calling for them. And then they've got Loopy playing as well. They've got another player, Agent Spice, playing medic for them at the moment, but we're actually going straight into it, Dum. We're already live. We're going in. Map number 1 is Bagel. Map number 2, we'll figure it out when we get there.
Process, it should be here for our week 6 gameplay tonight. Should be an interesting one. I think it's a week 5 game technically, but we're in week 6 of ETF2L. Everything's happened. Agent just gets spammed down from distance. No one did it.
Oh.
He just was sitting back eating rockets. Oh no, this is an awful start for Garda.
Yeah, this is kind of tragic. Josh has gone down as well now to that early medic kill, and you can see now KN Cap collapses. They're trying to get in, maybe find some sort of solace in losing your medic to spam at the beginning of the mid, but unfortunately, they just don't get anything. Now Agent Spicy's up because he dies so early. He's not even healing for a little bit. Finally gets some players back with him, and this puts Garda in a terrible position. Look at Piggled. He's already got 90%, and he's chilling. Yeah. Standing pretty far forwards as well.
For what it's worth, my sources told me that the MANDEM's doing pretty well on this map with scrims, including against Witness. I don't think they won the last one, but it was like going well anyway. So if you have these COF maps under your wings, that's like a huge benefit, right? They can't always ban all of them. This match included, I guess they just picked it as well. Wanted to see some COF forced upon Garda, forward hold, buying them some valuable time. He do this Inzo in the end, but slows things down significantly, and Aiden not having Nuba yet still needs to be really careful how much they approach, or else we fall victim to what we've seen on the mid-fight. They have the spam ready to make this very difficult here. However, KN blindsided. That's a nice kill to have to take some space forward with. Instantly rotate left side as well. One deal the damage, find a lot of it, trade out another kill, and Scout doubles down for the medic there. Can't get the kill, but the force is plenty good right now as they get their own Uber now.
They have their own Uber, and they have position as well. MANDEM run a bit back here, trying to not sort of get what they can, consolidate after popping their Uber super early. But there we go, Mankey in already. Tons of damage onto Fancy. It's actually Shappy piping down Piggles. Now Agent Spice still 100% here, sitting back, and you can see the bombs coming in, but KN, he wants a soldier frag, and he hits it. Nice little shot from him, but he's going to have to follow up this Uber charge. They have this giant advantage to remove, but there's just no one there. Nice rocket onto Colses as well, and this Uber comes out of Agent Spice. 1 kill onto KN, Boulder running around as well. The Uber kind of kited pretty well. MANDEM able to outlast it, take these weird fights, and unfortunately removed, not able to combine as a unit, and that's Garda Panteri. Now they're down 10% dishead.
Prime position to get the medic, but beefs a small airshot onto Piggles. Medic just barely wiggles away, trying to double down, but Mankey can't find it either. And Piggles, weak as he is, still alive at the end of it all. And it gets him just kill after kill, trying so desperately to find the kill onto Piggles here in the meantime. But MANDEM can just push right back. They don't have the numbers to hold this whatsoever. MANDEM in a really good position, already down so much of the time, only 50 seconds left to go, and with a forward hold at hand, once again, it's going to be really dire for Garda to get out of, and you don't really want to use Uber before you even reach the point. It just buys the opponent so much time sitting on a forward hold right now.
You can see KN pretty much on his own can hold this so well. So much damage the soldier can deal. Tiny choke point, Uber trade just comes out. It's 2 players flashed on both sides, I believe. I don't think there was a third flashed on the red side. Might be wrong there. You can see the Uber's already faded for Garda Panteri, and that means that they're still struggling to get through this choke point. It's so much damage dealt there. Fancy does fall down towards some enemy gamers. He's living for now. See, finally, Garda Panteri, they've come out of the choke. They're looking to angle themselves up onto the point. Have about 10% advantage. Not really that much to push off of. They just kind of have to go anyway, because the timer's running out. It's 5 seconds here, and they manage to get the cap. But it's Mankey down already as Boulder comes in on the flank.
Looking dire here. It's basically all time. They can't give up this cap, but they're losing players already. Solo's doing so much work. Fancy with some cleanup onto Loopy as well. They're all over the point, and I don't think the last few players have the resources left to take up much of a fight. Just going for the medic, but that matters very little. Who cares about Uber advantage when the timer hits 0?
Very nice round there for MANDEM. Looking mostly just in control the entire way through. Kind of felt like Garda Panteri, they lost Agent Spice at the very beginning of that first mid, and they just kind of never really gained control of the point again. That is Garda Panteri. I feel like you just kind of ignore that round. You just go again. It's fine.
We'll see. I mean, having to deal with roster checkups going into this week is always annoying, right? Not to discredit anyone he's playing. George is obviously fantastic. Loopy's been proven in Premiership before. Same with Agent. It's not bad replacements by any means, but it's just not the roster they would like to see as a whole, right? Never helps. For what it's worth, they warmed up quite late last week in product as well, but that was with much different caliber of teams up ahead of them here now. They're up against first instead of last in Premiership, and it's just going to take a lot more than that, I think.
See Boulder once again consistently railing his opponent as that is a bomb coming in out of Haunts, and it cleans up Agent Spice once again. No more HP left on this red team. They kind of have to run back. Piggles now 100%. And this, once again, MANDEM seems to be very much comfortably in the driver's seat here as removed. Now they have to figure out, they have to, one, break this forward hold, but another is try to get this force out. They're playing 100% disadvantage. You see them peeking through lower here. Question is, what do they do? How do they get through here? They have Coles' positioning around lobby as well, but they're not going in. The spam is too much.
You gotta do something though. You can't just sit there forever. Something needs to happen. Someone needs to pull the trigger. Flank's doing some good damage, but still gets blindsided a little bit in the end. While they're busy on one side, they get just taken out by Horns, lose one. At least kills this can react. In fact, just in time there, Scout cleans up one more. Doesn't put them in a bad position overall, but is it enough? Agent still doesn't have. You can try and play Force Point, and I mean, if you get away with the Force, it's really good, but you need to be really careful here that whatever you do does not get your med killed in the process.
Yeah, it's a tightrope gameplay right now for both teams. You see now Mankey has 100% with the rest of his squad. The Uber comes out and Boulder here, and he just managed to get the flash on Shappy straight away. That means that now this red Uber is not going to last that long. The Uber's faded on Boulder and on to Loopy already, but the counter bomb comes in out of the blue team. Horns does a lot of damage, doesn't find any kills, and now Boulder is just going to find himself without a demo, without a counter scout as well. It's Zoe going down, and that is a point captured there for Garda Panteri. He managed to get it across. Decent fight, taking down that demo. It's looking mighty fine for them now.
Yeah, this is the first time they've really been in anything resembling a driver's seat, and it's not that crazy. Do have ad, not a lot. Gotta still be very careful here, but it will be interesting to see how MANDEM wants to approach this just completely different games that we've not seen so far this round. For what it's worth, pretty simple, right? Just throw bodies on point. Horns, maybe not quite the bomb he was looking for, but he got close to the medic, I guess. But it's just Captain that's really forcing their hands right now on Garda. They gotta make a choice here how much they want to play into this. Not enough soul to want to use, and they're getting away with this right now. Sometimes you get rewarded playing it just a little passive there. Just block with damage, block with bodies a little bit, but not with the Uber. Do not pop to any of this. Get kills with this, buy themselves plenty time. Still a lot of catching up to do here. Shappy, however, was a little more than he could bargain for.
Yeah, Shappy, unfortunately, just a little bit further forwards than the rest of his team, and this just opens the door. Loopy as well, not with his team. And there's 100% even Uber, but remove. Just lose 4 players there on that forwards hold. They're not able to capitalize off of it properly. Shappy caught out, and the rest of the team, they don't back off the same way, and they don't choose to take a fight either. So now they're backed up. The positions are reversed, and this looks really good for MANDEM. They're a minute ahead on this round timer as well. They can just cap up this. Look at the amount of spam coming across them down low here. So difficult here for Garda to come in.
Not gonna be easy at all. Trying to once again get out of this corner. At least they got like properly out of it this time around, but still it's a question of how do we actually approach the situation now as well. I want to rush on the right side a little bit, force back KN, get this fight onto point at least, so they have good position before the US get popped, but they still have to use so much sooner. Look at that. Endless waiting before Pickles wants to even consider giving into this one as well, and he still haven't, mind you. We're just sitting on the Uber for the next round, and they're getting rewarded for it.
Yeah, they're just, yep, saving Uber for next TF2 patch. Be popping it in 4 years. There we go. Uber popped out now. There's a heavy update released as a Fancy Elf gonna shut down from the sky, but it is a return kill onto Agent Spice. And there we go, the cleanup comes out as well. So much damage dealt, and there's just a Sheppy sitting way far back. Josh as well, not really able to get anything. The forward hold once again is out. And Pickles, because that Agent Spice kill came out, he has a nice little ad here as well.
Yeah, sitting there just waiting for them to leave the point wasn't going to happen, so they just had popped Uber the second they can see themselves get the mad kill. Well, on the money with that one, got that kill, and it's just a last desperate attempt to get back to the point into overtime. Managed to get it back, pretty much just let them as well, but you know for sure there's going to be a repush, and look at that damage, just immediately get a kill, and while that's happening, all of that team just trying to survive first of all, but they're already just capping in front of them.
Yeah, that was Haunt bombing in. Such a good job. He found a kill into Loopy as well. I can't believe he didn't die. He, like, walked past one guy on the side, and he bombed in behind, just shot at the combo. They were all busy shooting him, so none of them walked on the point and allowed the rest of MANDEM to just walk forwards and claim that round for them. Now they're up 2-0. It's only one round left here. And, God, they're looking mighty outclassed, let's say, on this map number 1 here. As, early on, Sheppy's eating a bit of damage. We're going to have to watch what happens as now Haunt is bombing in. He's taking a 1v1 with Loop, and he might even win it. Honestly, Coltis is dead as well on the flank, and that's Josh super, super low. Sheppy without a team because Loopy got shot down so early. Mankey cannot find anything. Haunt is alive, and that is a whitewash middle here. Agent Spice still alive in spawn. They have an Uber. We have not seen them be able to re-aggress that well with an even Uber situation like this.
But it's the last chance they have. This is map point. Best of 5 Cough map. You just kind of got to make this last round count and just keep it up from here. It's not going to be easy at all. It's the last chance they have, though, before this map might find a quick end. But we've seen MANDEM in this position before. They bought themselves so much time every single time as well. Do bust through pretty early. Not want to beat on the push too much here. Just get in with the Ubers. But, I mean, that's the problem, right? They're not getting in. We're using the Ubers, but no space is being taken. Do find the insta kill. That is really important. Was weak before the charge got popped. Try to get something in from the flank instead. Rotation takes quite a while, still trying to get space, but while they're all leaving to the other side, Horns just stays on the right. Gets another kill out of this at least. Josh goes down. Fight on the flank here, kills this against his soldier, and there's backup coming in. Boulder at the right time, helping out his soldier.
You can just see the spam difference as well. Look at how low Agent Spice is just from standing relatively near the point. Fancy Elf eating him alive at the moment. Loopy as well, sitting on top of a sticky. This is so scary. For Garda Panteri, they just get destroyed. Sheppy as well. And now a random little crosspipe comes across onto Agent rather, as everyone just gets picked off as Loopy and Josh both go down, and Agent Spice has to run back. There's one Mankey bombing in, but he might just end up eating it as well. No, I say. Fancy Elf finally gets taken down here.
Well, it wasn't bad timing by Mankey. They were trying to push the combo there a little bit. Make as well prey on their unawareness on the flank there a little bit. Just get them the demo kill, which should help out in theory a lot right now, but still has to make up for a lot that went wrong so far. They're 2 minutes behind at the end still. And when the forward hold doesn't last very long, there's still an Uber left to be played around. By that time, Fancy should long be back in the fight. And before that even happens, already Horns once again just materializes out of nowhere in the middle of the combo, forces out the Uber, and Pickles once again can pop so late to just do the rest of this chase.
And Boulder can just run in behind and clean this up. It's 2 quick kills onto Sheppy and onto Alien as well. Agent Spice taken down, so is a Loopy. And that means that this round, honestly, it feels like it just might be curtains. There's 38 seconds left, and with a medic going down so late, you can see as well, they're finding all these kicks one by one. More players falling for Garda Panteri makes it so hard for them to come out of this lobby. They're getting absolutely munched by Fancy, wants to farm a bit DPM. And honestly, MANDEM are looking so nice on this map.
Yeah, I've been telling you, they've been doing well in scrims by the looks of it, and it's certainly proving already that this might not be a map they have to fear if it ever happens to be picked in playoff stages potentially here. For what it's worth, though, this is going to be doing really bad numbers for Garda's chances into playoffs. Everyone's so close with one another in the tables in the middle, so not getting anything here. I mean, I guess no one's really expecting it at this rate anymore, but if you do get it, it's just a huge difference maker. But even in the last chance right now, it's not looking good, because as much as they just capped a point for the first time this round, MANDEM still has something left in the tank. They have the Uber here, and they're not waiting around for spawns. We're just going in with 5.
Josh runs in, gets a really nice rocket onto Piggles, forces the Uber straight away. Means that now it's not there in their favor for MANDEM, and actually Piggles going down as well. You have to keep looking at the HP bars for a move, though. They're all so low. Mankey, Josh, both down to like 1 HP, and that's Boulder running in. He's trying to take the 2v1, doesn't get it. Only 1 kill onto Colzus, and it's Piggles back up alive. But crucially, MANDEM managed to find the kill onto Agent Spice. Now, it's only 1 second left for them on this round. They're coming straight back in because the enemy had the point capped. It's KN with a really nice rocket, and that's so many blue members standing on the point. Mankey wants to find something, doesn't get anything, and it's 3-0. Very fast, very dominant. MANDEM look in control, calm, collected, and they are owning.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, it's not like they had super close encounters since week 1. There was a couple of minutes where it was like a piece of work against Virtus Pro, despite what the end scoreline might suggest, but this wasn't really looking like that at any given point in the map so far. This was just barely ever losing any semblance of control for the map. Really strong look on cost, specifically in this map as well. We'll see maybe in the future how product might look like for them, but for the time being, if the same concepts apply for them on this map as on product, then King of the Hill should be a dangerous pick for anyone against them.
Yeah, I think you just have to look at these scouts. It just starts there already. Look at the DM on this team, and I feel like if there's only one team in Europe that should play Koth against these guys, and it's Witness. Anything else, and it's just not it's not worth it. I feel like you honestly really just need, if you don't have Thomas and Ixie on your team, then good luck, my friends. It looks tough. Look at Fancy's TPM top.
Sometimes you just join the server and you're the better player. You know?
That number is so large. What is going on?
Sometimes you are just a better player. I mean, this is one of those games, and there's many of them to be fair, but this especially is one of them where it's like, logs really tell you just nothing about what just happened, but you still kind of understand. I mean, like, this means literally nothing, but you realize, yeah, I guess they did get kind of rolled on.
I mean, the reason it means nothing is because your demo has 492 damage, and then Boulder almost has 400 while going 20 for 2 on a Koth map, and then you kind of understand. That makes sense.
That's all you need to know, if nothing else. I guess the only vaguely surprising thing is how much of the heals Ken actually took in the end, I guess, which isn't totally unsurprising for him as a player,
he's playing outside that lobby area in the forward hold, where he is just kind of getting tanked and shooting rockets into a tiny corridor. And that will eventually get you a lot of heals if that's the only thing you do all game.
Also, for the people wondering, I saw it earlier in the chat, Jarland is in fact the former artist Kilsus. We hear on commentary. It was Kilsus, yes. I've been told a couple times. It is Jarland now, apparently. It changed officially in ETF2L. So after tonight, I'm sure we'll all get used to it. And
we'll definitely remember it. Just like how...
I see, the trick is I will just send you on my conflict, and then I never forget it.
Just how we all call Moralexi and not Kunu or Koth, or we all call Flick and not Raz Al Ghul, or...
Okay, but
the other
like,
one
if you change your name to Raz Al Ghul from something that's like one syllable, then you shouldn't be surprised when no one cares.
Do you remember when no, never mind. It's like that one time that Stark changed his name to Tony the Tiger, but then insisted that was serious and it was real. So he got all of TF2 to call him Tony the Tiger like the entire time until he went to LAN and people go back calling him Stark.
And
then he choked the finals. Let's go, guys. European pride, baby.
That's how you know
Banny won't get us next time.
Sideshow is a professional caster, because he sees that happen, he just accepts it and deals with it.
Yeah.
Just lets it happen.
Yep. My favorite is all the French names and the German team names, where it's like you just give up.
Yeah, the Frenchies.
Yeah, they're French or they're German, and that's it.
Raven people are the worst about it as well, because their French team names aren't even correct French half the time. I like ask what their name is, and it's like, oh yeah, it's like a meme, but it's like misspelled.
Alright, Dum Tum. Map number 2 is Process. How are we feeling about this map?
Well, if I was a gambling man, then I would not gamble today.
Yeah.
I would just, don't get it twisted, chat.
So,
do not gamble.
So all I hear is, it's like, obviously gamble responsibly, but also like if you have a house you should bet it on Garda Panteri taking it all on process. Thoughts? My house is on Garda Panteri winning process 5-0. MANDEM are frauds.
Yeah, I've never seen them win on a 5CP map this season.
No, these guys are bad. They're so bad.
Did they play process this season? They didn't play week 1. Let me check the other ones real quick, just for fact checking. I think they didn't though, which I don't know if that means anything, but it probably doesn't, realistically. I don't know, I guess it will just play out very differently, even if the end result should be fairly similar, I guess. Hard to say though.
One thing for remove, potentially, for Garda Panteri that they might have going in their favor is it is process and on a map like Gully, where you lose mid, you lose a round. It's a little bit harder to, if you get a full wipe on mid or whatever, not saying that's going to happen, obviously these guys are going to roll, but let's say hypothetically it does happen, it's a little bit harder to carry out the advantage all the way to a completed round capture. So might just see a little bit of a longer game. Not sure how much, honestly, I have any faith whatsoever in these guys to be able to compete with MANDEM, just in terms of pure DM. It felt like they just kind of they got Soldier Gap, they got Scout Gap, they got Demo Gap, they got Medic Gap as well. It's just
like you never want to admit that, but sometimes you are just not the better team on the server. Yeah. that sucks to be in, and sometimes the gaps are just too big to say that always.
So now they need like a grabber style, I'm going to play Vaccinator against 7 gimmick. Which, I mean...
will be a lot harder since we banned half of them.
It's going to be a lot harder now, because ETF2L hates fun, keeps banning unlocks.
Space, let's ban more weapon. When are we banning the Rap Assassin? When are we banning Engineer? I say this every stream now, but let's ban Engineer, Chad. No one's gonna
let's ban Engineer, let's take Reckoner out of the map pool and put back Badlands, and
okay, but if we ban Reckoner,
TF2 is fixed.
We're gonna alienate all the French audience, and we can't do that.
TF2 is saved. If we ban the Engineer, we put back Badlands. We're all thinking it. No one's saying it. I'm saying it now.
I've been saying it.
Have been saying it for a while, not gonna lie.
People have been, like, the thing with Rap Assassin is, it's, like, everyone just kind of hates it, but no one hates it enough to do anything about it.
Yeah, because it's just, like, it's not that annoying.
Like, kind of is really, though, actually.
No, but it's like a less annoying flare gun. Because at least if you're like on fire, you can't see anything in TF2. It's like annoying and stressful. If you get hit by the ball, you just get hit by the ball. And you're like, well, okay, I guess I'm taking like 4 damage. Cool. Unless you're getting like crit balled across the map, which, like, let's be honest,
when do you
scout main, they can't hit projectiles.
When does that happen?
It doesn't happen. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
I guess if you're like escape plan running soldier, it might happen, I guess.
Yeah, I mean...
okay, here's the deal, right? We can keep the Rap Assassin, but we should do the thing that Badwater used to have, where just random parts of the map, it just doesn't work. It just explodes in your face and you take 7 damage. And you just need to know where that is without any, like, visuals on that.
Yep.
That would be the real skill test, and quite frankly, probably a lot more skillful than what we see here. MANDEM against Garda Panteri. Random, pick up your phone as we go into the first bit.
Everyone's calling me. They're upset about what I'm saying about Badlands. They don't want me to. They don't want me to preaching the truth. As we're here on mid. I'm sorry, guys. It's my computer fan that's like weird. All right, we're back on mid, and Coles is already dead immediately. KN bombing in as well. And that's agent down. The soldier bomb so strong for MANDEM, and that is just destruction. Mankey though bombs in towards the end and finds Pickles. There's at least some light saving grace here for Garda Panteri, but it's just Shappy left alive. He's dead as well. And that's it.
It just occurred to me as well, Loopy has like a bit of former teammate rivalry going on in this match as well, which makes the outcome of map 1 a little unfortunate, because it wasn't even close. And I just get to clown him for that one though. Ooh, funny one behind. Horns doesn't get it though.
Oh.
Alright. Resident strongest Turk reaction time. Nice, you love to see it.
Tum. Get your inhaler out. Find your canister. Agent does have 15% ad right now.
Huge.
Surely this means something. Oh, never mind. Josh is dead, and there's so much damage onto the scouts here by rollout as well. It's Fancy sitting so far forward. It wants to kill the Loopy. Actually lives on just barely any HP. Agent Spice now is just 1 HP, gets shot down there by Inso as well. It's one demo man on the point. Shappy taken down, and that seems like it's almost might just be a wipe here for Garda Panteri. You can see MANDEM already in lobby. They're surging into last man. Key does not find anything. It's Josh bombing forwards. Actually gets 1 kill onto Boulder. Hit the second run on to Zoe. No, he can't. There's heals now for him. Agent Spice is back up, but there's just too many MANDEM members. They're on the point now. There's a pyro coming out. It's too little, too late. And that is round numero 1 for MANDEM.
I was all in at the end. Pickles, Fancy missed a few pipes there, but the scout just figured out, whatever, I'm just gonna win this fight anyway. There's also a good argument to just like wait for spawns there. Nope, they're just gonna power through anyway, despite the early kill they had on the player there. Does not matter. They had the same idea as you. They have the slight ad, they wanted to fight on second and make the most of it, and for a good reason, right? Without one going, you had to take drastic measures here. That being said, not like MANDEM is not taking them either, just right in there on the demo man, Chappy down. What chance do you have without your demo man?
Yeah, this might just be a mid-over. I say that. It's actually Zoe taken down pretty much instantly, but Mankey's so low as well. The spam! It's so disgusting on this team. Apparently, still, Shappy's complaining about getting air shot, calling his opponent's bots, that is just beautiful. There's nothing better in TF2 than when you get definitively owned and then you call your opponent stupid. I love that so much.
Last chance for Fancy. He's thinking about it. Had to gamble a little bit where the medic went, but it's not hitting it. We're just getting ahead of ourselves now.
He thinks he's Cadus. He's not.
He thinks he's him.
He thinks he's him.
I don't know. Performances like this do not get you the demo spot on the English national team, I don't think.
Oh, so true, actually. So true. All right, Dum Tum. Here's the thing, right? I feel like we look at this roster, MANDEM a lot, and it's so easy to just talk about Boulder, right? But you have to. You were mentioning it last round as well. This Zoe's guy is also kind of crazy. He's very
Zoe. I only see Inzo.
Oh, Inzo, Zoe, Striker. He's called everything. These bombs are so weird. What are they doing? Why did they do that?
Well, he's also dead, which is part of the problem. We're trying a lot. I mean, it's like... The thing is, right? It's difficult to make this last point look like Gully Watch, where you just walk in from all directions and see if something works, but you kind of have to at this level.
Yeah, it's a bit tough. I'm just checking to see if my caster curse still works. Of course it does. That should never falter. We're back on to second here.
He got so weak.
30 HP. Really has to run back for that pack, and that means there's no health here. And that means that for now, Garda Panteri, they have control of second. But you can see there's a soldier postured up in choke, waiting to get heals. And it looks like maybe, honestly, MANDEM might be trying to fight this. There's a lot of damage onto Josh. He's down to like 2 HP, and Mankey dead as well. That means no soldiers in the fight for now. Loopy's super low as well. And that is MANDEM finding advantages from absolutely nothing. There's 2 players in lower here. It's Loopy walking forwards, but they've just wrestled control of second for free here.
That's going.
Oh no, look at those
very close one. Oh no, there's no.
Oh no!
They have to use themselves as well, though. There's just enough damage in Brawler that it's not happening otherwise. And Boulder doesn't get the flash. Kills us just body blocks there. Can't get the flash attached to the scout behind that Uber, and with Horns going down just a second later, there's a good chance they just get this with the respawns coming up now.
I mean, yeah, they are looking to fight it. They have to watch out for the pills out of Fancy, though. But he looks like he's just getting a bit too far aggressive, feeling himself a bit too much, and that should just be second taken for free. Honestly, Demoman down, Soldier down, and that is Garda Panteri looking for a middle push here. As they're coming through choke already. Josh bombing in really high, really fast. He's going to have to deal with a lot of spam because he's already down to half HP. Rocket doesn't quite connect out of KN, but space has been created. Pipes have been connected from Shappy, who finds Pickles and Zoe there as well. But KN counter bomb in, finds the medic. Shappy, nice little sword kill. But yes, the salvage out of KN keeps his team in the game for now. But that should be Garda Panteri. Honestly, they're looking at second point right now. Shappy feeling himself. Don't land on these stickies, please. I'm begging you. Please turn around.
Okay, it's fine.
God. Okay.
Oh no, wait. Oh, Josh is going. Sorry, he wants a demo kill more than he wants himself to stay alive. That was good work by Shappy on mid though. He just recognized all bunched up. He didn't even hit a single direct on the medic. And just everyone stood on top of each other. He just piped the scouts and it killed the medic by circumstance. Beautiful stuff there, punching man in position, and just one decisive enough if they wanted to be in or not. And it's not enough to get second in the end, but problematically enough as well. It's Crit Creek, so this advantage while here is also fake. So it's gonna be very awkward moment coming up, I think.
Oh my god, I'm so excited for this Crit Creek. It's probably going to come out onto Shampy. You can see him charging up stickies already, and now the sticky comes through. It's a kill onto KN. Can you find any more? You see how far back the rest of MANDEM are playing, and that sticky does not connect. It's another one coming forwards. Next one is to find Boulder, but it's only 2 kills, and now look at Pickles. He's 97%, but I don't think they want to go in. They've lost 2, and that gives Garda Panteri control of second for now. It's an Uber on to MANDEM. See if they want to recontest this at all. Trying to peek into last, get a force maybe, use a crits afterwards, potential. Nope, walking forwards instead. He's just going to be barreling forwards as Kozas doesn't really find anything. Pipes are coming in now. There we go. It's a crunch. 1 kill onto Boulder. But, yep. We are BMing in chat right now. Sorry, we're okay. 1 sec.
Alright, well, Loopy trying to get a bit too fancy there. Coming in from the left, can't sneak up on anyone to get the kill. Critical gets up now, but they know that. I mean, they can't run very far though, because they can't give a point anymore at this rate. We're just popping on the soldier though, which just will force this exact exchange. I think MANDEM realized as well. Falling back here is awful. You don't want to be back in spawn and give them this space while your number's down. You just go in with the Uber and take the fight.
Now it is no medic for the red side right now. Agent Spy is taken down by that Uber coming out of MANDEM. It's Loopy. He's up on Sniper. Last time I saw him snipe was last season on Product, and he kind of absolutely minced the opponent. And I have to see if he can hit some shots once again. He's sitting on top of point right now, not really able to find anything. Just peeking in through choke. It's effectively even. It's about 20%, pushing on 20 ad on process. I mean, we're in the wrong part of the world for that, Tum. We're not Americans. We're never pushing off this 20 ad. 15 ad.
Well, time will tell, I guess, if someone's gonna dare eventually right now, but yeah, I mean, you're not incorrect, they're just chilling right now. And that's kind of more what I expected, right? The first map was really dominant. This one's taking a lot more effort from MANDEM so far.
Yep, that is the sniper out of Loopy doing absolutely nothing as the Uber comes out. Finds a lot of kills actually there on to Garda, but now it's Fancy dead as well, and you can see Control firmly in place, and that is a massive flank out of Haunt. The counter little arrow there as well from Pickles follows up the bomb. Huge collapse there, and that gives them control of second. They get their medic kill as well. Means that once they get this cap on to middle, they should be pushing right in onto the second point. One scout hiding in choke as well. You can see Mankey wants to bomb in, but Zoe on his own is shooting down so many members, and it is Shappy super low on second. The rocket out of KN destroys Coles there, followed up by Zoe, and these scouts are running all over them. Haunt as well finds the flank, and that is a crunch for MANDEM.
Really good there. Yeah, they just well, if they're staying close, the Sackwave not giving them come close to the medic. Just denied them taking any space at all. Try to keep up momentum here a little bit. You have to wait a second to get the Uber charge up. But with 95, Pickles can start crossing distance here into last, get this started, and force out the block coming in. And look at that, they're just waiting for it. As soon as people step forward towards this point, there's just scouts in front of them right away. Into cleaning up big time there. Eventually dies as well, but not before. They take good position. They're getting all the space in the world here. And the soldiers between the two of them just shooting down what's left at point to get this cap time. Not started, but formally ended now to a 2-0 lead.
Yep, absolutely massive round there for MANDEM. Really impressive team synergy as well. But honestly, okay, they won the round, but Loopy lived for so long. He's taking like a 1v3. Sitting on pretty much soloing the entire combo, as it was kind of the rest of his team falling around him. KN won the 1v1 against the scout, and it's so hard. Now back on middle, you can see super early on, once again, the bombs comes out of Haunt, and this time around doesn't find anything, does decent damage to the red team, but now that that soldier bomb has failed, instantly MANDEM. They do not want anything to do with this mid-fight.
Yeah, can't make yourself be too much of a one-trick pony. They've been doing this fast bomb yet twice in a row now. Doesn't work anymore. I'd be surprised if we see it again. Should there be another mid-fight, but let's not get out of a AFC. We gotta get there first. Right now, Garda in a position to maybe force another mid-fight if they can make something happen right now. But Mankey dies early. Shappy juggled forward a little bit. Gotta be careful to not overextend as well. Has beam time though. Should be able to stay alive, but they have to leave anyway. And they're just behind him. No one's wants to flank anymore.
Shabib just finds a little kill there. Nice pop coming out here of Agent as well. Keeping his team alive, but it's one Zoe in behind, distracting the rest of this team. The Uber's basically already faded. They had to use all of it to kill Zoe. A lot of damage there onto Fancy, but that's only 2 up here. MANDEM, kind of, honestly, I don't know how Pickles went down to those stickies.
Sometimes you just gotta walk into a sticky trap just to feel something again.
Maybe.
Like, what if he doesn't edit, you know?
Yeah, but it's Shabib. He always does.
I guess. Alright, well, I mean, good for Garda, right? Catching a little bit of a break here. If MANDEM just continues to make mistakes, that's you can't say no to that. Get themselves into a really good position, but you gotta clean up from here, and we've seen many people falter in this position before. That said, still pretty doable there, so as long as they play their cards right, as long as they play this exactly how you would expect, and we've seen how it can be done well so far by the opponents, then they have nothing to fear.
Uber coming out. It's about a 15% ad. You can see already taking a lot of space on point here. Not that many stickies, but the stickies are dead and they kill the enemy demo. Now Pickles barely survives. He's on like 2 HP, but the Uber comes out and that is cleanup for MANDEM. Look at the HP. It's 0 on everyone. Complete wipe. Push started out okay, but unfortunately they didn't take enough frags up top. They weren't able to capitalize onto Pickles, not able to find that kill. And that is now MANDEM. They're spawn camping on mid, baby. And yeah. Such a good push from them. Such a good hold.
It's so rough to watch that as well, because they're just banking it fully on the soldiers going deep, while the rest of the team just gets flashed 2-point and no further, so they're not really dealing enough damage from all directions to quickly take down the combo. And the block comes through, suddenly you have nothing left anymore, and it just fell apart incredibly quickly from there. Just lacking some aggression that Garda badly needed. Have the sniper in the back. This time around it kills this, and it looks like this Turkey's strongest soldier able to find a quick kill there, make this a little bit more annoying. Still have the ad, but I'm sure they're going to wait for it this time around as well.
Is kills Turkey's strongest soldiers? There's a lot of strong Turkish soldiers at this point in the game.
Okay, how many of them are in Premiership?
Mac, Pandemic,
oh yeah,
Killsis. That's it, actually. All right, there are some God's strongest Turkish soldiers.
No longer Danny.
And, surely this one hits a headshot soon. Trust? Thoughts?
Oh, he had it for a second there.
Oh, he doesn't do it. Now it's just so much space here for MANDEM. Instead, you can see all the frags coming in. This Uber comes out way too late, as they're not really finding anything. I can kind of see what they wanted with that trade, but then again, they just kind of completely falls flat on its face. Now it's Shappy going down. They haven't even needed to pop the Uber yet. Here has Pickles, as finally comes out onto this heavy, who's just going to get shut down by all of MANDEM. One player on the point is going to capture this up. Agent can bow all he wants. It is not enough. And that is another round. 3-0 for MANDEM.
Yeah, the first 10 minutes were a little bit more effort, but it looks like MANDEM's getting the groove finally here in the game. So exactly what you'd like to see out of the team we know can do well. Just take that time to get adjusted and then execute the game plan as you figure it out on the way. Looking good here right now. I wonder if we see something different out of this mid fight though now.
We'll have to see. It's once again
of.
Haunt's being exceptionally quick. He's back through onto the enemy PC. This probably prompts a bit of a slower mid here for MANDEM as they wait for Haunts to set up his bomb. He's coming in now behind. You can see both scouts already shooting him. Instead, it's going to be Boulder and Striker just picking on the enemy scouts. Loopy had nothing to deal with that. We've now swapped sides here on mid, but Mankey eats so much spam when he goes for the bomb. The scouts of the blue team are destroying the enemy right now. Shappy cannot do much. They're all stuffed in a corner. Josh is sitting in IT, but the Ubers now come out. Shappy just gets flashed in time and is actually killed to Pickles here. And maybe Garda Panteri somehow they've salvaged the mid.
Incredibly surprising. Even more so the fact that they had to make this choice as well, right? There was no other way to get out of this one, and MANDEM just didn't account for a slight disadvantage here. You need to keep track of these. It's difficult to do. The air shots coming out of Horns as well. That's one way to make up for your mistakes. That's gonna do it.
97% on Agent.
Horns
just bombs in. Gets that frag.
Someone's gonna do it.
Yep. And apparently it's him. He's just him. Oh, nice air shot from KN as well. Josh down on 1 HP. He's chasing this. He wants that frag. He's not going to get it. Now, we're still fighting this on mid, by the way. As KN is going for upwards to Rex on a scout. My goat, as he manages to find the kill. Josh is out. And
I appreciate Pickles dodging pipes by just standing still and like aiming for the fact that Chappie will just like aim next to him where he should be walking instead.
Yep.
That is incredible gameplay.
So nice. Now Pickles, 30% advantage here. Actually only 20, never mind. I can't count. But is that enough? Dub Tum. What's the scoop? Are we pushing with 20 ad on process last?
We've seen them make dumber things work before today,
That's
so
true.
the answer is it doesn't matter. They will just do something, regardless of what's the better option.
They're going in lobby. This is not the fastest way to do it. Now Agent Spice is 99, 100%. Such going immediately out, but so is the Uber out of the blue team. Now Count Uber comes out. It's about half-point capture. So far, KN dead as well. Now Fancy, he's in on top, and he's 1 HP. Everyone hiding in panic room. Can they get out? Fancy's so low, and no, the rockets come out of Mankey. The cleanup from Colts' Boulder barrels forwards here. Little bit of damage done to Agent Spice. He's 116. There is still Haunts hiding up top. Sticky's being placed. He's going to have to take a 1v1 soon. Bombs in onto the point. He's not on the pain train. You don't get this. You don't get the kill.
No chance.
Okay, God bless.
Did you see what I mean now when I said that they will just do something regardless of it's the correct thing to do? They're just going in, hoping it works, and they still got this close, which is terrifying, to be honest. In the end, though, not quite enough. Fancy played that actually pretty bad for what it's worth. Just got himself stuck in the corner where he couldn't actually leave anymore, had to just like make a choice to jump in or die in the corner, and everyone just doubled down on playing behind, didn't work out in the slightest. However, getting some kills on mid here as well will work out quite nicely. They're trading really favorably. Everyone's just feeding in for the medic. It does get that kill, which is really annoying, but as much as people are down, it's not Agent yet. That's sad. Fancy's really trying, so is the Scouts. Everyone's coming in here, but they're all just barely too slow.
I mean, now Agent's back on the last, so he unfortunately doesn't win the 1v3, and that means that now MANDEM, they're a little bit further back. Kayan still up on the sniper. He's looking around. Choke wants to maybe find something. Managed to find a nice scout kill earlier, but yeah, this is a really big advantage here for Agent Spice. MANDEM tried to go in, tried to find some sort of an angle, but no, instead now it's 100% here. Garda Panteri going back in onto middle. It's Haunt bombing in, and Haunt's not getting that force. Only a little bit of damage dealt to that medic, and this is Garda Panteri looking to keep pushing. This sniper on MANDEM is going to have to start hitting some headshots for him to be worth it.
It's going to be a tough one right now. You'd have to cross sightlines eventually, but looks like the spam is really good. They're making sure there's as much space for Agent to take as possible.
Oh my god.
Oh, these dice as well.
He eats the air pipe and the follow-up spam rocket. Sheppy just gets annihilated. That's no demo man. Look at Pickles. He's 95. No demo man for the sides of Garda Panteri means this is a tough fight. Yes, Kayan, for some reason, is still sniping. Oh my god. Whatever. It's fine. I feel like if he's on Soldier right now, they push and it's lit. But unfortunately, he wants to sniper headshots.
Yeah, but swapping of sniper is like admitting that you can't hit them right now and you have to switch, so can't have that happen. Gotta try to make this work. No, it's just unfortunate timing. He was still on sniper from earlier. So I guess falling back that would waste even more time than just staying forward and just hope for a funny shot. Can't really blame him too much there. In the end though, it's just not changing anything, and it's not good news. I mean, yeah, they're still up quite a bit on the scores overall, but at the end of the day, they're still last. Still have to worry a little bit here that Garda might have something for this last point.
We have to look at the round timer though. It's 11 minutes left here on the clock, and they're up 3-0 MANDEM. So Garda, honestly, they're gonna have to start going. You can see that they've actually managed securing themselves a nice little demo man kill. But now, how do you deal with this sentry gun up on point? A lot of damage onto Josh. Not really able to break it yet, as MANDEM could just ride out this storm. They got Boulder up on sniper as well. Securing some space, kills us in return. Wants to try and get something on of his own. As you can see now, a lot of damage in the lobby as well. Haunts goes forwards, doesn't get the kill. It's silence. We're waiting. Somebody please do something. Actually, never mind. It's Shappy dead, and that's another demo kill. Just ties to the NG.
That's it. We're banning Engineer. This is the final straw.
Sigafu has had one loss too many. It's time. We have to get rid of it.
I mean, is anyone surprised they're not leaving with Who kills this gets this kill here as well. On the guy just opening the door, Ken just trying to be a nice teammate, instantly gets punished for it, but they don't have higher aspirations than that right now. If there's a snipe line, you'll take it, then I guess that goes for both directions right now. Oh, he's hitting everything, dude. You were wondering about who's Turkey's strongest soldier again?
Maybe it is. Maybe he is Turkey's strongest soldier. It's a trade here. Both soldiers down. One for either side here. Josh and Haunts, both dead. Now, sentry gun taken down as well, but that's crits for Striker, and that's a kill onto Loopy with the critical little gun there. The Frontier Justice doing work. Now he's back up onto Scout. You can see the amount of damage dealt here. There is not much Garda Panteri left on last anymore, but it's Zoe getting a little bit aggressive. Taken down, but Mankey! Ay.
It's impressive that you just in one sentence said two different names for Inso. None of them are the correct one.
Nope. I just categorically...
That takes talent.
I messaged him. I asked him, what do I call you? And he says, I don't care. So... he's called everything but Inso. That's just what it is.
Well, that is a few nice shots coming out, all things considered, but it's just not changing anything for Garda. We're staying right where we are despite all this happening. Nothing really has happened, actually. And that's just really bad news, because you were talking about the map timer total. The round timer is not really doing them any favors either, just 2 minutes before we're back to mid. And those mid fights leave something to be desired for Garda.
Zoe's turn to snipe, hits the headshot onto Colossus and the follow-up as well at OK, and now Sniper down. You can see there's just no space on second. Agent Spice has to pop this. This is a weird little trade here. There's not a scout with the combo. Actually, Pickles, he's just shooting through the pipe there. Does fancy. There's so much damage being dealt. The scout on last goes down. MANDEM just pull DM out of nowhere, throw themselves at the enemy, and it just works so well. Huge advantage for Pickles now as well. They're looking to go in the mid.
Alright, well, Soldier already long in before the rest of the team comes through, just trying to take an MG fight, and well, the Soldier didn't really win it, but the guy he was shooting still did die, so it works out either way for MANDEM. Scout cleans up just fine, that's what you want to see at the end of the day. Keep up momentum from here, no forward spawn for Josh inside. Still a couple people left right now, but how much do they dare to fight? They know they have to decide as well, they gotta play careful, and that's maybe still not enough actually. They're chasing deep, hoping for the best here, and they are right on the money right now. There's no way this medic has any right to survive. Had to go back through second to doors, and that's just a death sentence every time.
You can see MANDEM already KM so far forwards, holding that rollout area, making sure no one can bomb through, get in onto the enemy medic. Now Horns up on top as well, taking the 1v1 with Josh, coming out on top as there we go, Heavy shut down as well, and his cap time coming out already. Kills this is not on the point, and that is 4-0 now for MANDEM as that. Alright, Dumb. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but I'm doing some very quick, I'm kind of stupid maths, and maybe it's just Jova.
Any believers in the chat?
Any believers in breaking the laws of physics and Shappy no clipping to mid?
Press 1 in the chat if this is very winnable.
Guys, Shappy can do it. I've seen it before. Fancy attempting the Cadus rollout, gets a kill to Coles's already. Unfortunately, once again, he's not him. And doesn't get any follow-up. We are officially in unbelievable amounts of dead time right now. And you can see it reflected in the... Oh my god, Piggles. Almost...
Did you say that? But Shappy technically did just hit an air pipe.
Yep.
Now, it did also kill himself, but that's besides the point. He hit the scout. And that's all that matters.
Do we have the Jova emo in chat?
We should, yes. No, there should be one. It's the one without text, which is the better one.
Guys, you need to spell it correctly. You need to spell Jova correctly if you want it to show up in the chat. Alright, JMax can't do it either. Not surprised, not surprised. There we go. Inside you, there are two presidents, Dum-Tum. It's Jova and we're Barack. And you can choose which one.
I'm glad that didn't become a JFK joke, actually.
Alright, we're pushing in once again. Sentry Gun going down, and it looks like MANDEM maybe just taking a bit of a victory lap here. We're walking in onto last. There's so much damage onto Josh as well. Calls us up on Heavy, but look at the scouts. He takes so many directs, and it's so hard for them to hold. Shappy down to 1 HP. This Heavy is still up and alive. Agent Spice got a kill onto his former teammate. Boulder goes down to the head, but it is 1 Heavy against the world. Dead now as well. 2 up. Mankey bombs forwards onto Pickles. Doesn't find the kill, but Loopy can come in from behind as well. It looks like maybe MANDEM might not even win this round. I say no, never mind. Horns is hitting directs. He's hitting more. Does he hit the follow-up? No! Pickles hits the arrow, though.
More respawns. It never
ends.
ends.
They have more respawns. They're going in again.
But Pickles hit like every arrow as well. Everyone's still alive somehow. There's the air shot on the medic, and Pickles just finally decides to end it all. It has to stop eventually.
No, but guys, Garda Panteri can still win this. Here's how.
That's the 3rd president. This is the Bernie arc. Just holding on to hope even though it's long over. MANDEM takes 6 points. Well deserved, I suppose. Yeah, similar story as the Virtus Pro game. It's just a little bit of slow adapting at the beginning, but once they get going, they really get going. So still a solid gameplay here. Well, also they might have to, like, you know, pull themselves together a little bit and actually take it serious. And not walk into sticky traps and die. Other than that, though, really good gameplay here, especially map 1 was just merciless as well. Didn't give themselves any time or space to mess around the first map, just completely picked them apart beautifully there. Makes a good showcase for themselves on these maps. And yeah, I mean, they're staying uncontested first for the meantime. With that, I think that's 30 points, so the full sweep still very much doable for them. However, the full sweep also means a lot less this season. I mean, it's still good, of course, don't get me wrong, but we're doing double LM players this season, so getting first seed means a lot less than last season, I think.
Yep. I'm going to be honest, my brain is too fried to figure out what the map scores are, but I'm just going to trust you. Whatever you say.
What do you mean? They just... What?
I think Dum-Tum, there are logs on the screen if people want to look at them. I don't know, the numbers are big. That's kind of cool.
Isn't WoW an entirely big numbers game? How the hell do you play that?
I don't play it that well. I just kind of close my eyes,
figured
press
that.
buttons, and then you know.
Well,
I'm actually
I have to
surprised. Kane only
assume.
had 6 air shots that game. Dumb. What the hell? He hit like so many rockets.
Okay, but like, did they kill people? That's all that matters, right? If they did, then it's good air shots. Then that's all that counts.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Guys, I don't know what to say anymore. Dum Tum, tell me what matchups are coming up this week, because I forgot.
Yes. So tomorrow, I still have to schedule all this, so stay tuned. Tomorrow is Four Fans against the artist formerly known as Swift, which should be pretty interesting because Four Fans had a couple of good close games that they just barely been winning, and Swift has had only close games, all of which they tied. So it's like an immovable object against an unstoppable force. One of them keeps winning, the other one keeps dying. What will happen when they meet? Who knows? Anything is possible. That's not the only game to go as well. I would like to easily tell you otherwise, but ETF2L still hasn't fixed their goddamn website, so it's a lot harder to do than I would like. But it does include matches such as Swift against Witness, which if Swift wants to have any say in playoffs, then they gotta have like an alright showing now, I guess, and not fall apart as quickly as this just happened for Garda, I suppose. So that will matter quite a bit still. MANDEM themselves also still have to go through the Frenchies for fans, which also should be interesting for fans. Didn't quite stand that great a chance against Witness. Gotta make a better showing there. And like I said, here as well, if you get points of MANDEM, that's like points no one else has been getting. That's huge. That just guarantees you like such a gap towards anyone that's towards players. If it's doable after tonight, I don't know. MANDEM's looking pretty good, but for fans need these points still. They're not far behind. I think they're like tied up with Witness now. If last week's points are counted, which they haven't yet. So they're comfortably in third still, and Garda certainly hasn't been catching up this week. So all to gain for Four Fans and Swift to make a run for third and fourth, and Garda's just gonna watch and feel a little bit. As for the rest of this, I think we still have some other funny matchups, including Wheelchair against Garda, which Garda needs those points pretty badly, but Wheelchair's been doing pretty alright in the lower table matches. So that shouldn't be taken for granted, and we have a new battle for last. Every week we have a new battle for last because it's just this close. Virtus Bra against TLR as well. Virtus Bra can't even escape last if they win this, but they sure can shadow ram TLR even more than they currently win because I did the math and TLR can't make playoffs anymore. It's not happening.
Unfortunate. All right, guys, if you watch this and we're like, man, this is really cool, but what happened if they play it in person? You can go to land.tf. There is still time for the cup coming up. This I think we've decided it's not really a cup anymore. We just kind of run the matches because there aren't that many signups. But if you want to go to LAN, you want to score yourself some free tickets, you can sign up to this tournament for you and the boys. Come in, place top 2, free tickets. That makes your trip a whole lot cheaper. So of course, JMax helping out. !LAN in the chat. LAN.tf. Sign yourself up. Play some TF2. Have some fun. It's gonna be good. Fortunately, is in Birmingham, is what it is. But
sign up number dropped to zero.
We make
all
the
of a
best
sudden.
of it. We do what we can.
Well, some people live in the unfortunate circumstance of England, so they don't have a choice to be there anyway.
Some people are born British.
What can you do? You're already nearby. You don't have an excuse if you're already there. What are you gonna do in the post-apocalyptic wasteland that is post-Brexit England?
And I love it when I go to a European country and I have to show my passport. It's so cool.
Yeah, but it has a funny different color. That's all that matters.
It was really cool. The first time I went to I-61, and I had to go through the old school border control because they hadn't done the thing with the magnet yet. And I had to explain to the border security guard that I was going to an Insomnia event, and he just looked so disappointed at me.
Okay, but you're white, and I get my backpack searched, so checkmate, idiot.
I actually also got my backpack searched. On the way back, I was traveling with Tobbs. We had a connecting flight in Hamburg. We had about 30 minutes to get to the second plane. Unfortunately, we were delayed by 15 minutes, and then during the check when we got through security, because when you land you have to go through security again because you enter the European Union, they took me aside because they found drugs in my bag apparently. So I had to sit there and watch a guy with a fully automatic rifle stare at me
that's how
while they
Tiger
searched
got
my
them.
bag for drugs I did not possess.
Now it all makes sense.
All right, guys, we're offline so soon. I'm gonna start saying